Hi, I'm Ken Jr. and welcome to TrainWorld TV. Here you'll find the latest and greatest in model trains. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you're new to our channel, we're glad you're here, and I invite you to click the subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you'll never miss a video. Now, we'd also love to send you exclusive deals and special announcements that you won't find anywhere else. So be sure to sign up for our emails, TW Text, and stay connected with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Now, you can find all the links in the description box below or trainworld.com. And without further ado, enjoy today's video. And good evening, everybody, and welcome to TrainWorld TV. We have a celebrity sighting. It's Shark Week. It's Celebrity Week. It's Ben's Trains is on tonight. And Ben, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing great. I don't know if a celebrity is the appropriate word, but I'm happy to be here, man.
Oh, you are a celebrity indeed in our industry, so it's always a pleasure having you on and seeing you and all these great everything you're kind of doing for the industry. And Ben's Trains, if you don't know, I'll give a brief Ken Bianco introduction on him, but he could also introduce himself afterwards. But Ben has an awesome Instagram channel. From how I guess started to find out about him, he used to do and still does these great skits and reels with his wife sometimes, and it's just hysterical. And I saw them, I instantly fell in love, and I was like, this guy is great for the industry because it's just something fun, passionate, and you could tell he enjoys trains. And but Ben, I'll stop talking about you. Why don't you introduce yourself to everyone out there?
Yeah, I'm Ben. I have the Instagram channel, Ben's Trains. I do a live show on there every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, yes. Train Talk Tuesday. Join us. Just another guy who enjoys collecting trains when I can. And I like producing content that is just relatable in the train hobby. That's the type of content I like to post. Anything that I feel like we all can relate to when it comes to collecting. We all know how the hobby is. So I just try to make stuff that's a little bit, just down to earth.
Without a doubt. And he also does the show, and he mentioned it, the Train Talk Tuesday. He's got this microphone, and he comes on and he just talks about trains. And I've listened, I've watched several times. I try to get away with it because my wife, she's watching, she loves me. She lets me do everything. But sometimes if I have too much work and listening about trains, she'll shoot me sometimes. But it's all good. But it's always great to see him, and he does a great show. So if you haven't seen it, it's really fantastic. And you do it every week, right?
Yeah, every week, every Tuesday. It's a commitment.
That's it. That's it.
We've done 40 shows so far.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome. And do you have a YouTube channel as well, or are you just mostly Instagram?
So I just did a YouTube upload this week. Ben's Trains on YouTube.
Cool.
And Ben's Trains on Instagram.
Cool. Very good. Now, how'd you get into I guess the reels and the skits and the videos, or because I know like trains is more of a newer passion, I guess.
Oh, I've been in trains my entire life,
Oh,
right?
get out of here. Okay.
My first O scale train was actually from TrainWorld in
That's awesome.
1996 or so. My
Wow.
mom purchased a Berkshire steam locomotive,
Cool. Cool.
and I used to collect the G scale trains that were
Wow.
sold at
Wow.
Costco. It used to be called Price Club, but
Right. Right.
but I've been in trains for quite some time.
Cool. So how'd you get into like the video making and stuff like that?
Um, when I first joined Instagram, I didn't even realize there was a train community on Instagram. And I
Right.
just started uploading pictures of the trains and, unboxings. And I just wanted to make it a little bit spicier, more captivating than, most of the content that's already out there.
Right.
So I just said, how can I add a unique style? How can I bring something new to the community? And I try my best with those.
That's awesome. That's great. I truly enjoy that, and I know the fans out there as well as here. I hear your name all throughout every week. You know, someone's
Mhm.
talking about you and saying, "Oh, I saw it here on Ben's Trains," or all great feedback. So they really enjoy it. Now, we also recently did a skit or kind of got your top picks for the new Lionel catalog, and that's
Right.
why we're here tonight. This is the brand new Lionel 2023 catalog, and Ben's Trains. Ben was really kind enough to submit this awesome, I guess, skit for us. And it's really just his top picks, and I'm gonna try to present it. So hang on one second. um, Share tab audio, and hopefully we could hear the audio as well. So let me know, Ben, if you could hear it once we share it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
What's going on, TrainWorld fam? This is Ben from Ben's Trains on Instagram. Lionel just dropped their new Volume 2 2023 catalog. I am super pumped about it. So right now, my top pick are those new Lionel 484s, specifically in that Greyhound paint scheme.
Hey, how much is that?
It's like $100. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I'm looking at that Greyhound paint
That's a
scheme.
lie. That's a lie.
That's going to be a fire paint scheme to match my challenges. Let me know what your current top pick is. I'm super excited about these new
My
releases.
pick is none.
I'll catch you guys in the next video.
That's awesome. So as you can tell, his wife's in the background commenting on it, and it's just classic, and everybody relates to that, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Sadly,
Very good. So the FEFs, those are your top pick.
yeah. For now,
Okay.
and you know how it is. It can change. you, you, you know.
That's right. So let me just bring up the screen with the Lionel catalog. But now, what draws you to the FEF? So why was this your top pick for the moment? For the moment.
So it was that Greyhound paint scheme that
Okay.
jumped out. I have the Vision Line Challenger in the Greyhound paint scheme, and I was like, well, that would pair nicely with, the Challenger I already have. I
Right.
break it down to my wife as like how she chooses her clothes. These shoes match, whatever outfit she's trying to wear. Well, that would match the Challenger I already have, right?
Right. Right.
So that's why, I think that's a justified reason to get that.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I mean they're beautiful engines. I think these, quite honestly, there's one number I couldn't believe the pre-orders on, very high numbers. So they're definitely doing very well. Was there anything else in the catalog that kind of? And what do you think about the hot dog paint scheme?
Um, the hot dog paint scheme, I think that those who want it, right? And then there's the second group of people who
Yep.
they don't want it until they see it, right? And then it's all sold out, and then you're left on eBay trying to fend for yourself. So
That's right.
if you're even thinking about it, I suggest, maybe pull the trigger on it.
It's crazy because everybody, like when the Lionel first showed this paint scheme, everybody was like, "Ah, it won't sell" or whatever.
Right.
But then it's like catching on, and it's kind of like a thing now.
It's an unstoppable paint scheme. It is a paint scheme. It's like the Fast and Furious of train locomotives, right?
That's right. That's right. That's right. And what else did you like in the catalog? I mean, there's so many products, and like you said, one week you could like one thing, another week another thing.
Right.
And then you could also go, sometimes you could think about the high end stuff, sometimes the rolling stock. So was there anything else you kind of liked on
Yeah,
here, or
the SD50s definitely
really?
caught my
Okay,
eye there. I'm a
cool,
huge chassis system fan and
oh,
Conrail fan. So,
interesting,
I might have to do a little bit of damage on this page here.
cool,
Now they're
yeah.
they're offering super base units as well. And that's going to give it a little bit of oomph on the layout.
Hmm.
So there are going to be some hard decisions made for me on this page here.
Okay. Now the super base, have you used it on your layout before? Do you like the system?
Yeah, I have a super base for my Norfolk Southern office car special set, and it really takes the realism to another level. It sounds
Yeah,
like there's a subwoofer moving throughout the house.
that's awesome.
Real railroading. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. And quite honestly, when you're running trains and you want that sound, you could get that tin can sound, or you really get that, like you
Right.
said, the subwoofer sound and shaking the house, rumbling, and
Yeah,
really drive your spouse crazy.
exactly. So the super base units, if anybody's thinking about that, I highly encourage it. You want to when you're running the trains and you have that super base, it is absolutely disruptive, and that's really it's just gonna make you feel good. I
That's
don't know how
awesome.
else to describe it.
Very cool. Very cool. And tons of engines in here. I mean, you really have the pick of the litter. They
Yeah,
have so,
I might look at some of the Norfolk Southern Heritage units. I don't know. That's not top priority,
okay.
but it's the type of thing where you want to start collecting them here and there.
And if I'm not mistaken, on the Union Pacific, uh, this has the American flag on it, which is something different and unique. So
Right,
it's not typical of the previous catalog. So it's something a little bit of a variation
right.
than usual. But yeah, they're all cool paint schemes.
Agreed.
Uh, Trying to think, Illinois Terminal, catchy, Jersey Central, local by us.
The blue and gold is catchy for me.
Yeah, yeah,
That's how, depending on how that comes out, it might be here, or I don't know.
yeah.
It
Right.
might end up here. I don't know.
All right. And anything on like rolling stock that you liked, or?
Um, there were some switchers that if that's close
Oh,
enough.
okay, all right.
The switchers.
Let me guess.
I got to go with the NASA switcher.
That's right.
That
That's
was,
right.
graduating from school in engineering. My first job was working at NASA, and I have to go ahead and I have to bring that one home. It's my duty.
Now, is this something that's actually on the rails? Do you know at NASA? Do they have trains, or is it?
So at the location I worked at, they didn't, but
Okay.
that might have been at Kennedy Space Center,
Oh, okay.
possibly,
Interesting.
where
Cool.
the rocket booster train actually went. So that's possible that that might have been there. I haven't
Cool.
actually seen it, but it says NASA on there, and that's cool enough for me.
That's awesome. And you know what's interesting? Like MTH, Lionel, a lot of them make NASA stuff in past years and everything, but it's kind of like a more niche, like kind of like a separate niche. But
Mhm.
a lot of people are interested in the space and airfield and kind of like that sci-fi kind of clientele. So a lot of people do order that and are interested, which is pretty cool.
Right. The blue one looks cool as well. That
Yeah, this is actually Staten Island, which is pretty cool, by our neck of the woods. So it's pretty unique, different, and that's been performing well for us for sure. So
I
that's
love
been
the
really nice.
colors on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it's different, and so sometimes you have so many locomotives that after a while they become the same. Sometimes you want a different paint scheme, and this is you really don't see that too often.
Right,
That and the NASA, it's pretty unique, different. So,
right.
and this gentleman ordered the SIRT as well, and
Good choice.
John was saying it was at Kennedy, was retired to a museum after the shuttle was retired.
There you go. Yeah,
Thanks,
there
John.
you go.
It's amazing that there's so many people that know so much about trains and the history. So it's always good to hear everybody chime in.
Hmm.
And Ben's Trains wants Disney Mommy wants to say hello. So you got your fans out there.
I appreciate any support. I'll take it.
Very cool. And are you big into the premium sets? I know you got the rocket booster set, but do you usually collect the premium sets or?
The rocket booster set was the first set that I got.
Cool.
One thing I will say about the sets, if you do the math, you're getting a lot for the price, right? And sometimes you might even get a special box, which just makes it that much more memorable. When I opened up the rocket booster set, I got hit with that beautiful box, right? So the box sets are definitely something I'll look into more in the future.
Did you have to go in through the garage door with the size of that box, or was it able to squeeze in the front door?
That box.
Box is huge.
Yeah. That's in the attic. You put that box in the
attic. Crazy. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I saw. I think that and the big boy set, those were like some of the largest boxes that Lionel ever made on set boxes. So
right,
it's pretty wild.
Right.
Yeah, and even on the rolling stock, they have some unique stuff. Area 51. One item that I noticed is doing well. Obviously, the Stroudsburg reefer out there looks pretty cool. They had Union Pacific.
Anything Strasbourg seems to sell a lot.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know why, but there's demand for it. So, I'm not going to knock it. So, it's helping out Lionel. So that's great in my opinion.
That's right. I don't know why the catalog went down, but yeah, a lot of good picks. And so for the Lionel catalog like day, is your excitement through the roof? How does that work out for you?
I go to sleep like it's Christmas, like it's going to be the day before Christmas. And, I'm just excited to see, as soon as it's released, I try to skim through it really fast just to get as much in as I can and then come back and then try to digest it again. That's my process. I'm super excited to see if they're, any new toolings or, sometimes they make that one thing that you've been wanting for years you couldn't get. So when they announced the big boy a couple months ago, I wasn't able to get one when it initially was announced, and 5,000 on eBay is just not realistic for me.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I was happy to see that. So tons of excitement.
Very cool. And one thing we also didn't talk about is the F-19s have definitely generated a large buzz, and the paint schemes are pretty wild, but the Christmas and Halloween ones are really cool.
Yeah, though I really think the Christmas one is the sharpest in my opinion.
Yeah, Lionel did a really nice job on that. Now, do you collect the holiday stuff, or are you more for like prototypical engines that run on the rail?
Right now, I'm prototypical.
Okay.
I could definitely use some holiday stuff. There's this holiday E8 set in the Volume 1 catalog this year.
Oh, yeah.
It would be nice if that came home. I don't know if anybody's watching that can make that happen. But if that came home,
Yeah, Yeah, that one was wild. Everybody went crazy for that, and really nice paint scheme. Lionel does a really cool job with their artists and work really well with their team. So
Right.
came out pretty good on those as well.
Yeah,
And
when those hit and I see people on social media with them, it's gonna hurt a little bit. But
that's right.
you can't have it all.
That's right. That's right. And just to bring up your profile, you have like over 100,000 followers. That's insane. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean it grew over time. I've been on for probably 5 years now on Instagram, and like I said, I didn't realize that so many people had an interest in trains, and
Yeah.
it's just great to see where the hobby's going and how it's
Yeah.
growing. So
No, that's awesome, man. And it's funny because when we first started, first of all, you have way more followers than we could ever imagine. So kudos to you. And you really have a great account, and people are interested and really love and follow you. But, and it's not easy to do. And, it's very difficult, and you really do a great job for the whole industry. But if you're not following Ben, make sure you sub and follow him on Instagram. He does a great job, and every Tuesday he has that Train Talk Tuesday. It's really great, so make sure you check him out. And he just does these skits and posts photos of trains and has some really awesome stuff there.
yeah, I try to keep it interesting.
Very cool. Well, you do, Ben. You do a great job, and you do great for the industry for sure.
Appreciate it.
And I will say he also has his own custom train. It's not being sold from us, but you can find it out there. But definitely check it out. He's really has a great unique train that's a bench train and a rolling stock car. And so if you're interested, make sure you follow his channel. And he's really got some great stuff. And him and his wife are really great people, really nice and cordial. And what you see on camera is what you get behind scenes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we try to keep it authentic. And Ken, like I said, we'll definitely reach out to you on doing something special in the future.
Awesome. We look forward to it. And again, we want to thank Bench Trains for doing his Lionel top picks. It was really nice to have his top picks, and we were super excited when he reached out to us and wanted to do something on video with us. And having Ben on is a dream come true. And what he does for this industry is really great and fantastic, and we want to give a shout out. So if you're in the chat, give a big thanks to Bench Trains and his wife and his spouse, because what they do is fantastic. It's unbelievable.
I should be thanking everybody. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's just supported the channel and supported the hobby. And just thanks for anybody who took the time to even, tune in tonight or who's tuned in on the Tuesday streams. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Ben. And we're also going to be doing another live event with Lionel, and that's sometime in August, if I check my calendar. But we're going to talk more about the Lionel catalog, if I could get it somewhere. We got too much going on, so much. It's somewhere here. Well, I can't even find it. It's sometime in August. We're sending out emails on it.
You'll put out an announcement. You'll send an announcement.
We'll find it out. But I want to thank Bench Trains for doing his top picks, because I think it's exciting and important for you, the fans and customers out there, to see what Bench Trains is buying. It's really important. And his top pick is the FEF. So if you're interested, make sure you pre-order it. We're taking all pre-orders at TrainWorld.com on the Lionel catalog. And thank you, Ben, very much for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks.
All right. So thank you, everyone. Have a great night.